Hello guys and gals, it is Minatori and welcome back to more Danganronpa Blind. Tyler is here playing this game because it's fun things. Last time, it is fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely no problem with it at all.
Yes.
Last time we
No.
were in the class trial.
And now we're still in the class trial. Alright.
Sorry.
He did that thing, yeah.
We're here! Objection! Objection!
What?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Yeah.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
TikTok. TikTok's your name for Taka.
TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
I wish I could do that with my tongue. He's scary, but still. I can't let her get to me! Be strong, Makoto!
Make your argument.
What?
Make your argument.
Alright, I will. You suck, you're wrong.
Let's
I'm
go.
right.
Broken was spot. Blue tarp. Hifumi's glasses. Spotless hammer.
Jeez, glasses, pretty glass, broken wrist, blue card, glasses, something camera.
Huffy had the note, right?
So Hifumi had the note, right?
It was intended
And the
for
person it was intended for
must have been Huffy!
must have been Hifumi.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I
Mm-hmm.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Alrighty. The time mentioned
Huffy had the note,
what
right?
have?
Then the person
Oh,
it was
broken
intended
response.
for must have been Huffy!
Pew pew pew!
But
Haha!
remember what
I
the
did it!
note said.
Pew 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 pew! Haha!
What time did it say to meet?
Pew 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 pew!
believe. 6 a.m.
This is the gameplay right here. Pew 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 pew!
Thank you.
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Ah, dang it! That frickin' thing! In the frickin' way!
Huffy had the note, then the person it was must have the note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Gotcha!
The end, though.
Huh?
The end of it, though.
Good.
But it exploded in the middle.
Who cares? At least it
No,
exploded and I got
there
a break.
absolutely is a connection.
Yes!
What the hell are you talking about?
A connection! That's what I'm talking
The
about.
note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
How you know? How you know?
You've already proven that using his wristwatch.
That's how.
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
Mm-hmm.
The equipment room, right?
Yep.
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
I see.
So,
Yep.
Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
It's
I
coincidence.
think that should be plenty to show that
Yeah,
this note
but
was
that's just
definitely meant for
speculation.
Taka.
We don't know if that's
Do you
true.
have any evidence that he was killed in the equipment room?
We found his body there.
Objections?
I mean, like,
Then someone used that note to trick Taka.
Yeah,
Just
crap.
the same as me. The culprit was a cold-blooded monster.
I'm sorry.
They found a way out.
Bless yourself 5 million
Who gave
times.
the note to Taka?
I might sneeze
What was
again. I don't
Hifumi
know.
doing with it?
Shoot.
See, I'm wondering,
Don't count his
why don't we
pants,
just
no less.
find out whose handwriting?
Most likely,
Oh my gosh.
Hifumi stole it off
This may
Taka's
be the
corpse
start
after
of-
he died.
A little sneeze fit. But yeah.
Why don't we just find out
He
whose
stole
handwriting?
it?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
What am I getting the proof for?
There's proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka.
Oh, Monokuma file number 3.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it!
Got
Keep
it.
No.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small
Compose
scrap
yourself,
of paper.
then.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
Continue is
I knew it!
Whoa, it
Perfect with the
fits!
note we
Oh
found
my
in
gosh!
Hifumi.
I didn't
Well,
know!
I mean,
Then
you know, you gotta
Taka's
do it.
scrap
Sure.
Holy crap!
Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
No way! My mind.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka.
No,
while
but yeah,
Taka's
make sure.
corpse
Like,
still
if it
grasps
wasn't,
a
be
small
like,
piece of that
Yeah,
note.
it's just like, and if we look here, oh,
ah.
There's only one way to explain it.
Well,
died clutching the note. He tried to free the note from its death grip.
Well.
Leaving behind only one small scrap.
Yep.
Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was
Well,
important.
at least Hifumi ripped the note. I guess it was him when he was dead, though. So.
Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
I know. Whoa.
After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Yep.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing.
Nope.
In fact,
He's still alive.
he's still alive.
Sorry, no.
Oh.
See that X? He's right next to my name.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Except until Aoi revived him.
Until he was revived. Yeah.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
I know who. I know who. It's
killer.
Taka.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So,
and who was the person who found the body?
After Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
And who was the first one to
during
find
that time,
it?
None of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Yeah.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
That's a new insult I'm gonna start using.
Walrus!
Come, walrus.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
Even more?
And what might that be?
I don't
The
know.
weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after
Oh my gosh, you can just go send it.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good inside.
He's right though. I don't understand
Yeah,
it.
it would. If
The Monokuma
Take a Justice
file makes
Hammer
it
would be
clear
very
that they were killed
hard
using
to-
similar instruments.
Unless.
But if the hammers were already laying around those
wasn't a
other
hammer.
rooms,
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
Why does it have to be specifically those? Could be any
Personally,
hammer.
I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
number 1.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
I mean, you can kill someone with anything.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Being killed in the same way doesn't mean it was a hammer, right?
so then,
Would have to be
what
something
was used
similar
to
to
kill
Yeah.
Hifumi?
Sorry for a minute there. We had things had to happen. So,
Yeah, he had to quickly do something with me. I mean, probably.
Make your arguments.
First
Do
one,
it.
Plutarch, spotless hammer. Okay. Oh.
I know that blue tarp.
What was used to kill
What was
Hifumi?
used to kill Hifumi?
Was it
Broken wristwatch.
Justice Hammer 3?
No, blue tarp,
Maybe
right?
Justice...
Wait, one second. I want to actually. What is this? What I was trying to say? Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found. One of them was found wet. Apparently, we spent a wasp.
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com murdergear.com/hammer.
Oh my god.
Murdergear.com/hammer time. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Murder weapon had to be one of the
That is
Justice Hammers.
amazing.
One of the Justice Hammer.
Uh,
I'm gonna do that.
that's about it.
I'm not gonna do that.
I just want to get one again. Murder time.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Was it just baby justice?
I think that's one of my favorite lines so far.
Sounds like Justice Hammer 5.
Is it
Check out
Murdergear.com/hammer time.
More time. Hammer time!
And now I actually want to go check that. Murdergear.com.
Do that right now.
Murdergear.com.
Do that right now.
I'll do it in between. See what we get for murdergear.com/hammer time.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No.
Nope.
It was something completely different.
It was
But
a
seriously?
regular hammer.
Different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi.
Really? How so?
Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
for
debris.
some reason,
Debris.
one of them had been scrubbed clean.
So, but for some reason, huh?
And the reason it had been
And the
reason?
reason it had
was
to
most
fit
likely
Some
because it
reason?
was used to
scrubbed
commit murder.
clean
No, it just-
was most
If the hammer got
likely.
covered in
Is that
Hifumi's
how
blood,
Nothing really
of
wrong.
course they'd have to clean
It's
it
just
off.
debris.
reads?
Debris.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers.
Big ones, small
Big
ones,
ones,
red
Some
ones, blue
small
ones.
Something as big as your
and even
head.
some flat mallet-like ones.
Ooh, even
I
some
think
flat
whoever
back.
made the Justice Hammers used
I
those
have
as a
a
basis for their
lovely-
design.
Just hammers, here they are hanging in a
That's
row.
true. That would
Big
explain
ones,
the Monica
small
Files
ones,
note
some
about
as
the
big
rules
as your
being
head.
similar.
Yes.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used the hammer to kill him.
Asterisk Kim. Asterisk Kim.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
I mean, to be
The way
honest,
the
why would
graduation
someone,
rule
you know,
works, there is no
why
benefit
would-
to helping someone
Unless,
else carry out
I
a
mean,
murder.
I'm just gonna throw this out.
So
Remember
the
how
idea that anyone
Hifumi
would work together
reacted
like that
around
is
with
simply ludicrous.
Celeste?
We talked about this, did we not?
but killing somebody and
Unless
basically
there's
dying.
But what if there's another reason?
Yeah, but I'm saying the reason that you're saying that it's not.
But what if there's another reason, like, I mean, like,
What's your argument?
alright, I will. You suck, and I know you did it. I don't know. Alright.
Based on the rules that have been laid
Rules
out
that we
for
tried-
us,
Laid out for
even
us.
if more than one person
Even if more than one
complicit
person
in the
is
murder,
Yeah, she's a reason.
only the one
I don't
who
care, I'm reading it
actually
to myself.
carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder,
1 second, what's the blue tarp?
It's a blue tarp.
The tarp was on yellow, it's currently used to move in order
The blue tarp is the key.
Alrighty.
only
Even
the
if more than
who
one person,
actually carried out the act can
Only the
graduate
one who
and
actually carried out the
survive.
act can
Assuming
actually
the
survive,
rule
assuming that the
holds
rule holds
It is
true, it's simply impossible that two people work together
on
on this.
That
Possible.
is how the rule was explained to us.
That is
But
how the
that
rule
only
is,
really
right?
applies if there's one
It
murder,
applies if there's
right?
one murder,
In this
right?
case, however, there were two murders.
Two murders? Oh, come on! Alright, come on, sir. Let's fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
I believe that. I wonder if that goes through the
Yeah, I think
science
it did.
Oh, well, I wonder because you started it not the silencer.
Oh,
or if
rules that
it
have
just
been laid out for
the
us.
silencer doesn't.
Even
The
if more
erase
than
doesn't
one
matter.
person is
I'm
complicit
hoping
in
this
the
works.
murder,
I don't think this actually
only the
will
one who
work.
actually carried out the act
This is what
can
kind of one of those
badge
moments where it's like, I
and
think,
survive.
but no.
Assuming the rule holds true.
Break! Yes!
No, that's
Woo!
wrong.
Okay. Because the bullets that I had made
Yeah.
no sense at
Since
all.
there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
So.
Risk versus reward.
Wait, what?
So it's what you were saying before, that if
The payoff
there's
for
2
working
killers,
Yeah.
The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme.
Actually, I don't.
There's no
Continue
point in
explaining.
being someone's
When you-
accomplice if there's
like,
no
so
benefit
if
to you.
one person kills one person kills the other person kills another person.
However, if there
Then
were
they-
some
you know,
potential
they both
mutual
kill.
reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate
Oh,
murders.
okay.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
But then the person betrayed him.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like
Maybe
one
that's why
person
Kyoko
because
said,
that's how the true
these are
killer
suspicious
designed it to look.
Yeah.
A
Kyoko
single
herself.
suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each
Is
crime,
Kyoko just like the ultimate
disappearing
being?
bodies.
The ultimate.
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yep.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
They were made to convince us the 2 murderers were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kiri must have noticed that back from the very beginning, because she's the ultimate being. That's why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events,
What
but
did I say? What?
entirely separate
What did I say?
events.
What did I
Yeah.
say?
I don't know. What did you say?
I
Please.
said, but she'd say.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say she me, but she is me.
Almost too amazing. It's almost natural how good she is at it.
I understand
She's
how
the
an accomplice
ultimate
could be involved.
detective.
But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numeral uno right now.
Was Hifumi.
The true killer manipulator who would carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debate I want to know, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, oh, I wonder who it could be, possibly.
Seems to fit.
Oh, I don't know who it could be.
Especially like this one, because they don't like.
Huh?
They don't give you really like.
That much hints towards it.
But,
Yeah.
well, they do, but it's not
It is
it's-
Jimco.
It's not like right away, you know, they give you it outright.
Oh yeah.
Here's my answer. It was
Done.
Celeste.
Done.
Come on, Celeste. I trusted
I'm the
you.
suspicious individual now, am I?
I was your friend. I was C.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yes.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him,
But you did, though.
that I would go within 10 feet of that shit brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
She just lost her accent.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Oh,
Is that so?
yeah,
It is.
Makoto.
Throughout the investigation,
Tell
there
her.
was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
The screaming, the paper hidden in Fumi's pants, encountering a suspicious individual.
The paper hidden in Hifumi's pants. Yes. Wait, but like the screaming, maybe not encountering the suspicious individual. Oh, that's. I'm gonna have to say encountering the suspicious individual.
I got it!
Yes.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious
unit they both
individual in the
scream
suit.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I mean, they were the only people who
I
screamed.
think-
That's
I think
true.
We saw Robo
Aoi
Justice
screamed as well,
firsthand
somewhere
were
in there.
Celeste
Huh?
and
Always
Hifumi.
scream probably as well.
Oh yeah, I think so.
The adults are talking now.
Oh, go sit at your kitty table.
As he said, only Celeste and
As he
Hifumi
said,
ever
he's just
went out
taking
from a
everything.
costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
What?
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow moving around the top of the stairs.
Yep. And then we went up, and she saw
We
another
headed
shadow.
to the second floor, specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
Yeah, Ethan.
and
What
when
was
we
the
all
blood-curdling
come to see
scream?
what was
Fuck
wrong,
up.
what was it she said?
What was it she said? I'm sorry. I should have screamed louder. That was a rather intense scream for someone. As soon as I screamed, I was blocking the stairs, so we headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Unya.
It must have been
Nah. Hifumi.
Hifumi!
He fooled me. He fooled me. Oh.
It was to get us to divide into
Get it?
two groups,
Get it? Get it?
so that we would
No.
discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was
Fine.
precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
So,
Things.
Well,
yeah.
if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
They were all lies.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Yeah. Oh, that was way better.
That was the signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan.
Yeah, look, I was the
Why
one
else
who
would you let out a
was thinking
scream
about
that could have
that, too.
carried
I mean-
across the sea?
Why
Yeah,
couldn't I
totally.
say that?
Totally.
I was!
Uh-huh.
I just realized another strange thing.
Something strange.
When
See?
we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
So,
I
it's
was
not-
not expecting this. I don't imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I mean, but she also could have thought that he was murdered.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
believe this.
with all the other stuff.
I know. I
The
mean,
whole
that
thing
does
was
kind of
one
like.
big act.
No, that's just Makoto. That's just Makoto trying to
Right?
sound smart and get right up there with Byakuya.
I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Wait,
She wasn't worried about you.
She wasn't
Just saw
worried
a
about
chance to
you.
help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly
Very
indeed.
ugly.
Yep.
Almost hideous.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Please look to your left.
No idea what you mean.
Nah, he just looks straight.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
Oh, they're having a conversation when they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
And pointing
Did I?
pointing
Didn't
across.
even catch it myself.
Well, I mean, what are
when
we
you
doing
first
right
said
now, huh?
it, But
Well,
looking back, I can
you're-
say
you're
that
right
that
here on my
one
right.
little slip-up was
True.
your undoing.
and I'm on your left, and I'm
True.
not looking at you.
It's true.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Mm-hmm.
What did she say? They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around fighting and confused.
Hey.
We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
Oh, those guys. There's only one
Remember her saying
body.
that too.
Yeah, she
I
only knew that there was
don't
one
understand
body.
what's so strange about
Uh huh. Yeah, there's only
Then
one.
pay
She only
attention.
knew.
Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, you laid the law on
I see what
her.
you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Yeah, I see, but
You hear
I
that,
don't
Celeste?
understand.
Everyone's having
I'm
some trouble
hearing, but I'm not
understanding.
hearing.
Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep putting on the pressure.
Yeah. This collection doesn't make any sense. But it does make some dollars.
What is he alluding to?
Don't try to act all smart.
Wait, oh wait, so we don't... Oh.
What?
We have to prove that what she said doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Boy.
All
I'm
I
guessing
said
we're gonna-
was,
All I
Thing
said
that she said.
we
was,
must really be
must
enjoying
really be
this.
enjoying this.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around,
Us standing
frightened
around,
and
crying
confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
All those guys.
We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Those guys.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna have to pick the one in the comment and shoot the what's so strange. But see, I don't know which one he's going for what though.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be. We are all going to. We are
Cause I don't want to be like, you know, okay, take this, get that, and I'm gonna shoot the what's so strange, and it's like, oh no, that's wrong. It's actually use the bullet of what's so strange and hit
Obvious,
those
isn't it?
guys,
What was
which
so
is
strange
stupid.
about
It
Celeste's
is.
comment?
Screw you. Gosh. If it's frickin'
really enjoying the sight of us, they must be. We are all going to. We are going to die, just like and that it.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, let's do it this way
All
then.
I said, they must really be enjoying
this way
the
makes more
sight of us.
sense.
They must be. We are
But I
all
mean,
going
it's
to
still the
die
same
here.
thing,
We are
though.
going to die.
Not really, because then you're shooting down his comment about
I
what's so
guess so.
strange.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. to
I'll
do
give
what's
that
so
one, I
strange.
guess. I'll give that one.
That's right.
You guess? You
There's
know!
no reason Celeste
You know,
should say,
son!
Just like those guys died.
Yep.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
I know.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
Yep.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Ooh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
You set it up! But then again...
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
Who set it up? Who says that that's really... What's his bucket in it?
Some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Yeah.
You so quickly forgotten. You are the only one who could have
They
possibly fit into that suit.
they made him unconscious, so he was in the suit, and so while he's unconscious, they could move it around and stuff, whatnot.
In other
I don't
words,
know.
it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
It's a setup.
I don't know. We'll have to find out next time on Danganronpa Blind.
Oh.
I don't know.
Alright, of course you wouldn't know. I mean, a lot of help you are these times around.
I mean, I can't help.
I know it's.
I mean, I've played it before, but last chapter I did play before you did, but this chapter I did not play before you did. So I've been kind of re-experiencing it. So
How's the re-experience?
I like it.
That's
This
nice.
is one of my favorite cases. So
Really?
yeah.
This one? Nice.
Anyways, next time on Danganronpa Blind we'll be continuing the class trial, maybe ending it. I don't know.
I think we'll be able to end it.
Maybe.
I'm good enough.
See you guys then.